Hello, this is TCG, and today's CTF is called Empire Breakout. Let's get started with a net discover, followed by an nmap. There are 5 ports open on the machine. The first one is an Apache port. The second and third ones are Samba ports, and the fourth and the fifth ones are two different versions of Webmin service. Let's open the site and inspect what it has to offer. The site is a default Apache 2 page, but if we go to the page source, in the very end, we have this particular piece of text, and it says that this particular text is encrypted. This text is actually brainfuck, and we're gonna use an online tool in order to decrypt this. This particular string is what we got after decoding the code that was in the source code of the page. But now let's move on to the other services that are open on the machine. It says the web server is running in SSL, which is an HTTPS, which means it is less likely that we would not. It is less likely for us to be able to exploit the machine directly. Okay, so we've got an interface which requires a username and a password. And if I go to the other one, it's the same or not. This is webmin and the other one was usermin. Since we know that this machine is running Samba, we can use a particular code or a command called enum for Linux in order to search for any information that may be available to us. Using enum for Linux, we figured out that there is a user called Cyber on the machine. Let's try these credentials, Cyber as a username and this text as the password, and let's see what we get. So it turns out that we cannot log into this one, but let's try the other one. And yes, we can log into this one. And if we search through here, we find that there is a particular button right here, which allows us a command line on the username Cyber. We can use this to start a remote shell onto our own machine. But first, we're going to start a listening port on the port 4444 using the nc command. And on the website, we can use nc space -e. This is the IP address of the machine that we're on right now, and port 4444. Sorry, small mistake. And now if I go back to my terminal, it says that we are connected to the machine. And this is the proof of that. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna launch a proper terminal using Python. There we go. The very first thing that you can try is to check for all the SUIDs on the machine, but there is nothing that we can exploit in this list. So let's check what the machine has. And the very first thing that we're greeted with is the first key. There we go. And the second one, there is a file called tar. This is apparently an executable. Uh, let's see what it does. It says you must specify one of these options. We can use star this command. Let's try this. Yeah. It saves many files together into a single tape or disk archive and can restore individual files from the archive. This is nothing but the tar command that is available on Linux. But the fact that it was given right here, that means that we can use it to achieve our goal. Since there is nothing that we can seem to exploit in order to gain the root access, we're going to try and use this in order to find the password for the root. In order to do that, let's just first find any possible password if we can. And I'm going to use the find command in order to do that. That's a very long list. But if I go through all the list, I'll find that there is this particular file, if I can find it, var/backup/oldpass.bug. Now, this particular file is something that we have permission to access. So we're gonna use tar in order to get this information and get this file. Now that we have the file that was on the var/backup, we're going to use the tar command again in order to extract this information. We have another folder, or called var in this case. Going to backups. And we don't see any file, so let's just try again, but with ls/all. And we do have a password called oldpass.bug. Let's just use cat and see what's in this file. And this is the password for root. So now if I just su root and use this password, we have finally broken into the machine, or well, broken out of the empire. Going into the root folder. My apologies. There we go. Thank you for watching.